Hey everyone, Robert Mendieta here with Apex Real Estate Services. I'm super excited to share a fantastic story with you today. This just isn't an interview, it's a real life case study on how we help folks like our special guest turn their commercial properties into consistent cash flow machines. And here's the cool part. We helped him take his commercial property, and instead of it becoming a headache, we turned it into the golden goose for his retirement. If you're a property owner out there wondering how to make your assets work for you, stick around. This is going to be good. Let's jump in. Today we've got the one and only Gus Nuno joining us.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you being here with us today, Gus, sharing your truly inspiring story. I'd love for you to tell us briefly how you recently decided to kick back and enjoy retirement after so many years of building an amazing company, Armada Technologies. Tell us a little bit about Armada and your decision to retire.
Okay. Well, I started my own company in 1999, and Armada Technology became a thermoforming company. At first, I was making computer components for the disk drive industry, and it evolved into custom packaging with Armada Technologies. So let's see, I ran that for a little over 25 years, I think it was.
Okay.
And we were very successful, and we did well. Once the pandemic hit,
Mhm.
things slowed down, but we continued to make lots of product for um, the medical industry because they were having trouble bringing it in from offshore.
Yes.
So we did well even during the COVID time, and even at that time, I had turned 60, and I started thinking about retirement.
Mm.
And once that was behind us, and I felt that the run of my company and myself had been enough, I thought, okay, it's time to retire. And at 65, I chose to retire.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big step.
Yeah, it is. It is. And, you know, fortunately for me, I had a lot of good friends at my church that were already retired. And I got a lot of good information from them on why they did it, how they did it, and what they're doing now. And,
Yeah.
you know, what that showed me was there's a life after work.
Yes.
And you just got to just listen to what God is saying,
Right.
and you'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, totally. And
Yeah.
so just out of curiosity, what was buzzing in your head about the commercial property? Were you thinking, what now? Or did you have like a vision for that?
I kind of had a vision for that. I always wanted to buy my own building, even from the beginning.
Mhm.
In fact, there's a funny story. When my wife and I were dating, and she said to me, "What are you going to do in the future?" And we were driving. We grew up in L.A. We were driving down Valley Boulevard, and there was a property for sale on a corner that I had looked at. And I told her, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy that property, and I'm going to put a building on it and start my own business."
Oh,
And
wow.
and she just looked at me like I was crazy. But
Yeah.
but anyway, it's something that was always inside of me to try to go do. So yeah, buying commercial property was always something that was in the back of my mind, even as a young man. So with that said, I bought a building in Temecula, the old City Hall building, first
Mm.
in, I think it was 1999 when I started my company.
Yeah.
And that worked out real well. Then the recession hit. I had to sell it. So uh, we sold it. We made a profit. And then when it was just thermoforming for the products that we made, I thought Hemet would be a good place, and we bought the commercial real estate in Hemet next.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that was kind of my journey to how I found you, Robert.
Got it. Yeah. Well, and when you pictured retirement, was the big dream for the property? was it income, or was it like a steady cash flow? What was the goal for?
It was more like steady cash flow. Yeah, fortunately we owned that property outright, and so with your help finding the right tenant, it's become a nice steady cash flow property for my retirement. Absolutely.
Got it. Well, you know what? Let's be real, Gus. Before we teamed up, what was the biggest concerns that you had about leasing the commercial property? What kind of hurdles did you see maybe coming?
I think that the biggest hurdles for me were finding the right tenant, because there was so many choices in tenants, and finding the right fit. Also, not just the kind of business that they were in, but the right people that you click with, and that was something that you really helped me with.
Yeah, great. Well, with those worries in mind, Gus, what did you have in mind or envisioned when kind of choosing a pro for the real estate?
A professional for the real estate. I was looking for someone who basically not just understood my needs, but also like finding a tenant. We had life's values in common with, and that's one thing that I found in you, that we like a lot of the same things. We're family people, and we care about human beings in general, and that was important to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. In fact, we didn't clash because, you see me wearing my Detroit Lions shirt, and I know you're a San Francisco guy, so we didn't clash there either. So that was awesome, right?
You're right, right, right.
Uh,
I think that you many times in life you look at people, and if they're wearing a Detroit jersey or whatnot, just the fact that we both like football makes me feel good about that.
yeah,
There's no reason to be angry or upset because it's not the exact same team. I have family members that we all like different teams. My son-in-law likes the Cowboys. I don't know why, but he does.
okay. Yeah, that's funny. Did you have any specific non-negotiables when it came to the leasing process? Did you have like a certain tenant type that you had in mind?
um, I would say not really as far as what type of business they were in, but more my non-negotiables would be if they were maybe doing something that didn't fall in line with my core values.
Yeah.
I always have trouble with people like that. If my core values are not lined up with them, then it becomes because if that's at the center, you think that might become a bigger problem later.
Yeah, yeah, that makes total sense for sure.
Yeah.
Now for the fun part, working together. How did you feel the whole process of working with myself and our team at Apex Real Estate Services? Was it
You,
smooth
you,
sailing?
you
Did
know,
we hit with some waves?
no, I would say, we clicked from the beginning, and I think the relationship only got better as time went. You guys did a great job for me. You brought in lots of different tenants to interview and choose from, and that was good because it gave me choices. And that's one of the things that maybe a lot of people don't think about. But when you have choices, you can choose someone that better fits your needs.
Yeah.
And you guys made that happen.
Yeah, great, great. Did you pinpoint any specific things about the service that we provided, or was it like, did anything specific stand out to you?
You know what most stands out to me about your organization is that you guys uh, are upfront and honest, and you continue to be so all the way to the end, all the way to signing on the line, and that says a lot about who you are.
Great, great. I appreciate that, Gus. How would you feel about like the timeline? Did it meet your expectations as far as when we put the lease sign up and finally signed the lease?
I would say that due to the way the market was and the type of building that I have and what we were looking for, you were right in line with the timeline. I know that you felt it took a little longer than you anticipated, but
Mhm.
I didn't think so. I think it fell right in line with where my head was at on finding the right fit.
Yeah, great, great. Well, drum roll. Let me ask you this. How is that consistent, sweet income coming in? How's that feel in terms of helping you out for your retirement and basically your everyday life?
You know, it's such a good feeling because the security of that income coming in steady gives, as we all know, because we do this in this world to live nice. It gives you a good feeling that hey, next month is going to be just as good as the month I just had because it's consistent, and it's been that way so far. So I'm very happy with it.
Great, that's good. I'm just out of curiosity, looking back at everything, how did the final outcome of leasing your property stack up against your initial expectations? Did we knock it out of the park for you?
You certainly did. That's a good way to put it. You knocked it out of the park, man. It really, I would say it lined up so good that I just couldn't be happier with your service, your honesty, and your integrity. I love it, and I would recommend you to any one of my friends, and I would definitely use you again if I had to.
That was my next question, Gus. I really appreciate that. And would you say that, I guess, give any advice to any other commercial property owners about the leasing their assets for income? Do you have any words of wisdom that you could share?
I think that the best advice I could give on that front is before you give your property to a realtor or a professional like yourself, spend a little bit of time with them, get to know what they're like in their personal life a little bit, and treat them like a friend and see where that goes. Because when you're dealing with friends, it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
And I feel that we've turned into friends. I didn't know you from the next guy when all of this started, and now I feel like I've known you most of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way, Gus. And I want to thank you for that opportunity to to help you with your goals and your visions of providing you with a secure future for your retirement. And it was actually an honor to be part of that process for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for your time today, and thank you very much, Gus, for allowing us some time to share some insights with some other prospective people here. And thank you so much for that. And I wish you all the best.
You're welcome. Same with you. Take
All right.
care and God bless.
God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Wow, what an incredible chat with Gus Nuno. His story is a perfect example of how you can transition your running a successful business into a comfortable retirement, all while your commercial property works for you. It's truly amazing what strategic real estate management can do. So if you're a commercial property owner and you're thinking about your options, whether it's generating passive income or just giving expert advice on leasing, don't just sit there wondering. Let's make it happen. Your journey to a smarter, more profitable commercial real estate future starts with a simple conversation. Reach out to our team today at Apex Real Estate Services. You can find us at apex-res.com or give us a call directly at 951-977-3251. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I look forward to personally meeting with you soon. If you found value with this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're ready to take the next steps, click the links below, and I'll look forward to personally meeting with you soon.